Hello and welcome to What I Eat in a Day as a Chronic Illness Baddie. This is a short one because this was my last day in Mexico preparing to travel back to the US to visit my family and goddamn man, she was struggling. That's literally how I woke up. Just disgusting. Yep, had my iced coffee with psyllium husk for breakfast. And I think in my hour long vlog where I had a cozy rainy day, I used a hack I found on Instagram to make these protein brownies. Basically, you just blend a box of instant cake mix and tofu together and you eat it. That was what I had for breakfast. Now I had to run on this day because I ended up having meetings all morning long. So this was just a quick thing I already had on hand. Because I was leaving. So this was about 7 a.m. and my flight was leaving at 5 a.m. the next day. So we were just in for it. I had so much shit to get done. So much fucking going on. It was rough. Honestly, and you see me slowly wilt over the course of the day, even though I continue bravely. I am God's strongest and ugliest soldier, for real. Oh yeah, like, comment, subscribe, I guess, whatever. I don't know why, if this is the first video of mine you saw, I do not know why you would, but, oh yeah, this was, the, stand for my mirror I was telling you about that I've been waiting on for, 3 weeks. I had this custom made, and it was super cool. They delivered it this morning. This was one of the things that I had to do on this day, pretty much. I had a bunch of meetings. While I was having them, this was delivered, so that was fucking cool. Then, I had to go, prepare a bunch of stuff, for me, I'm on, 86 medications, so I had to pick up medications. I like to make food for the airports. Now, initially, I was supposed to have a nice one-way flight from Mexico City to Newark. If y'all know what's been happening at Newark Airport over spring 2025, essentially, it is not airporting. So, the airline, hit me up, 4 days before my flight and was like, we'll pay for you to get new flights. So I ended up getting a 5 a.m. flight from Mexico City to Houston, sitting in the Houston airport, from 8 or 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. and then flying to Philly. It was just garbage, straight up. Yeah, on this day, I had on my L'Oreal lipstick, my Lacoste Pour Homme perfume, my usual SPF, and yeah, we was getting ready to head out and get all that shit done. Yeah, then I stopped because I realized I'd already packed up all the coffees I was gonna bring as presents for people and whatever. So I stopped in a cafe, and this was called a Scheherazade. It was really bomb. It had honey, ginger, and cardamom, and an iced coffee. You can see all the spices at the bottom. Then by the time I got home, I was hungry as fuck. So I ended up making a version of salchipapas. You'll see this is not the healthiest day, but I was just using up odds and ends before I had to go. Salchipapas, it's a portmanteau. It's really common. It would be Latin American bar food. And it's basically just potatoes with sausages on top. I used hot dogs made of turkey, essentially. And I just threw a whole bunch of shit that was in my fridge on there and freezer. These had nopales, frijoles, some other, I think onions too, you'll see. Anyway, yeah, we were just trying to use up. I don't like to waste food, or I don't like to waste anything. If I pay for shit, I want to use it up. So I decided these salchipapas would be good enough. But yeah, if you've never had salchipapas before, you gotta do it. Also in Mexico, something they do that I love is salchipulpos, which pulpo means octopus, and they'll cut little sausages into an octopus shape, and it's so cute. Yeah, I just put everything bagel seasoning on those fries. No oil, no butter, no nothing. We just air frying it. That was the frozen nopales that had like collected in the bottom of my freezer that I wanted to get rid of. Chopped onions, frijoles negros, this black beans. And yeah, that was just the vibes for that day. Honestly, I've been so leading up to the travel, I was a little stressed. The airline's changing my flights last minute. Mad stressed me out. I wasn't sleeping very well, and I knew that I was gonna have to be up in the middle of the night and totally throw off my sleep schedule, which like, if you're like neurodivergent or like mentally ill, like having a consistent schedule is really, really important for your like functioning survival. And when your schedule gets interrupted, you could like fucking die. So it's just been rough. Now I cooked all 4 of those salchichas because I'm gonna eat 2 with lunch, and then I chopped up 2 and I used them to make my like bizarre airport like bagel tortas. Now, because I was gonna be flying at breakfast time and flying at dinner time, so I decided to just like pack food ahead of time to have like for the planes, and then I would only pay for 1 meal in the Houston airport. You know that airport food is like literally disgusting and incredibly overpriced. So I figured I would just avoid some of that. So you see, those are my salchipapas, and those were my nopales salchichas and cebollas for my airport sandwiches. Now I actually ended up eating about like half of this. Then just passing out for like 2 hours because I felt like I was on the verge of death. The morning meetings I had were just like so brutal that I was fucking miserable. And I put Japanese mayo, and that's just like normal French's mustard on it because that's just what I had around. And I believe I put some pickled jalapenos on them as well. And yeah, so I ate about half of this. Then I got to making, I think I ate half of it and then I froze half of it. I don't know if I got like good footage of it. Yeah, that was it. Just ready to go and be eaten. It was absolutely delicious. If you've never had salchipapas, you gotta fucking do it. Like, yeah, then I think I was maybe watching like a Carrie Dayton vlog or something and eating my lunch and having a Diet Coke, of course. You know that, like, Diet Coke is, like, my #1 bitch out here. Like, being Diet Coke, she's the only one who is always there for me, no matter what. By the way, I am currently recording this voiceover from the US a few days later. I crashed so fucking hard, dude, when I, like, came here. I've just been, like, so miserable and exhausted. I had like a 14-hour travel day or something. Shit was wild. Yeah, that was what was left over. And I wrapped it up and put it in the freezer. That'll be waiting for me when I return to the apartment. Then it was time to make my like bizarre bagel sandwich torta things. Now you might be saying like, that's a lot of random fucking shit to put on a sandwich, and like, you right? Like, oh god, yeah, I was just using all the shit that I like had in my house, you know what I mean? So we got bagels, sliced cheese. I got it in the individual slices because I figured it would still be like fresh when I come back in a couple weeks. But this cheese was weird. It like melted to the plastic. I don't know. But they were solid, like, they kept me going. Like, nothing hits like having, like, a Diet Coke and, like, a torta when you haven't slept in, like, 2 days. Like, I was vibing on the plane, listening to, like, there's this song, Wild Wild West remix. I found it on Spotify. I just listened to that for, like, 7 hours straight. And yeah, that was the nopales, onions, black beans, pickled jalapenos, cheese. There's gonna be the sliced salchicha, and I think I put ranch on this also. This is like, I think this is like the Mexican-American fusion food that like nobody would admit that they ate, but like, I don't care about anything anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I'm being publicly fat online, which is like, you know, people who are publicly fat online get treated worse than, like, you know, people who are, like, doing inappropriate stuff with children. So, like, I don't care. There you go. That was my, weird bagel torta. I was just using these bagels because I bought them like a week ago and I saved them in the fridge and wrapped them up. And yeah, I did have on my travel day, I had one of these for breakfast on my plane from Mexico City to Houston. And then I had the other one for dinner on my flight from Houston to Philly. Then I might prep those onions and I put them in the freezer. And there was like 12 beans left in this can, so I just put a little bit of ranch on them and I ate them. Yup, whatever. I'm an American. For beautiful, for, I don't know. Oh yeah, this was my whole, so you're saying I'm complaining about being tired and shit? Those 2 pages of notes were my entire, like, pre-travel get shit done list. And I got basically everything done. The only things I didn't do, I didn't get to mop my whole house before I left. Like, even though I told my roommate I was leaving, I know that, like, she'd probably be so high that she forgot I told her that I was leaving. So if I didn't leave the house and, like, perfectly, like, clean and, like, I hadn't exist there, I'd get a nasty message about how I'm, like, terrible to live with. And I already received that. So, sometimes you just don't have time. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna be moving out of there when I get back, but that's a problem for future me, dog. Anyway, then, after going over my lists and shit, I literally passed out next to those snacks I bought for the plane, which, like, wait, I never ate those. Where are they? Did I leave? I left a whole bunch of shit I paid for on the plane. God damn it. Anyway, after I collapsed, I started packing. This is some of all the stuff that was going in my carry-ons. Yeah, we got the tripod, some clothes, laptop case. I have to use 2 kinds of headphones because my wireless ones only work with my phone, and the wired ones only work with my laptop. Then I had pills, chargers, wallets. That was my outfit that I was gonna change into when I left. And, yeah, then, I ended up going out for, pad thai for dinner. This was pad thai, a Thai iced tea, and tom kha soup. It was fucking fire. Yeah, and this was me at, like, 3 in the morning waiting for my Uber to the airport. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, have a good one. And look out for some videos from me in America. Bye.